Hi everyone, welcome back to the Quote of the Day with Bob and Autumn. I'm Bob.
I'm Autumn. And today I thought I would sort of spring a quote on Bob, so we haven't prepped for these. However, I have this list of quotes that I just love here. There's Zen Proverbs. And Bob, you've shared you enjoy Zen.
I love Zen.
Yeah.
Very, very meaningful to me.
I enjoy it as well. Okay, so this quote is, "The trouble is, you think you have time."
Boy, that is so short and so sweet. That
Right.
is really, really powerful. That summarizes the human condition.
Yes, right?
It does, the whole human condition.
Yeah.
Nearly all of my problems can be summarized to the idea I have plenty of time when all I've got is this moment.
Yes. There are so many layers to this quote. You mentioned the present moment. And I was just thinking a few days ago, Bob and I were talking about how the older we get, the faster time seems to go. Like our perception of time seems to speed up.
If you've watched any of our videos on the Examine Life Daily, death is one of the things we talk about all the time, being prepared for death. And what's the importance of death? Knowing you have to live right now to its fullest. You wait till tomorrow, and tomorrow may very well not come.
It may very well not come. And I have a dear, dear friend right now who recently turned 50. And I will tell you, she's struggling because she wanted to do certain things in her life that she didn't end up doing. And she's truly mourning the fact that so much time has passed her by. And really, this quote actually really encompasses her experience because there have been so many times that she said, I just thought there would be time later. And some of the things that she's specifically lamenting is she put a great deal of time into a career that she really didn't love. In fact, she kind of hated it. She spent such a huge chunk of her life. And she's even directly shared because she has a nice pension as a result. And she said, well, I have a pension, but now I can't do certain things that I really wanted to do.
Right. I kind of think of it as front-loading your life. You know, that's an example of backloading your life.
Yes.
You give up all the pleasure and joy of this moment by doing things you don't really want to do, that aren't meaningful to you. They're just kind of a drudgery that you have to do, and all with the idea of at some point I can do what I want to do. I can enjoy. My life will just be amazing. We have a name, we call it the golden years, but for so many people, the golden years are rusted and tarnished.
The quality of life is diminished, capacities diminish, and sadly, both you and I have people in our family who reached retirement and were not able to really live it.
For my father, it was not a golden years at all. He died within 3 years of retiring. He had passed away, and so that was an example of, to me, of exactly this proverb. The problem is you think you have time.
Right.
And that was his problem. He thought he had time. Job he didn't like, he was good at, he was prosperous and successful, admired, but he never liked his job.
Right. And I just think about how much life essence we put into this work. And yes, we have to make a living, but there is a path. I feel like where there's a will, there's a way. I had no idea how I was going to make things work nomadically, but I was totally willing to figure it out. And so for folks who don't know, both Bob and I are nomads, and we're out in front of a campfire, out in the desert on BLM now, living this wonderful, wonderful life where, yes, we still have to work to make ends meet. There's responsibilities we have, so it's not like those things are gone, but it's a lifestyle that allows for so much autonomy. Choice about how we spend our time, the ability to do things we both really love doing. And sometimes we may not feel like it, so there's still aspects of, we still have to be responsible adults. But I almost didn't do this life. For a whole bunch of reasons, I almost didn't do this life. And something I tell Bob, because I started being a nomad when I was 38 years old, and I say, oh boy, that's 21 years that I longed for this, that I didn't do it. And I know I'm young, and I intend to live this way for the rest of my years. But I already feel like I wasted half a life, which some people might be kind of upset by hearing that, because a lot of folks don't get started until later and they say the same thing.
I was 52, and I was really grateful that I was able to start then. But I had a family, I had a wife and kids, so I really had a lot of obligations, and they had to come first. I started down the path of the rat race, and once you're in the rat race, you don't get out easily. And so I had to stay until my youngest son was 18, and then I could really break free and really truly have my golden years. But so my thought for any of you who are young, and it's so hard to imagine, it took a lot of courage.
Oh yeah.
At your age, even at 38, and that's, it took a lot of courage at 38 to say, I'm just going to throw it all, chuck it all aside and live a life that I love and enjoy. And so I really want to say to you younger people, and to everyone, this is for everyone listening, and not having nothing to do with living nomadically, but whatever you want, you really love out of life, get it today. Your problem is you think you have time.
Yes, and you shared something that I think is so important. You said when you're in the rat race, it's really hard to get out.
It is.
And the more you're building a life in one direction, there's inertia in that direction. I truly think one of the hardest things for me about just shifting lifestyle, again, it doesn't have to be nomadically, but just shifting lifestyle, was that I had this inertia of life moving in one direction. And so everything, career, family, friends, community, all of those things changed when I made that lifestyle change. So if you truly love something, for you young people, I do hope you will embark on it, even if it seems sort of wild and crazy. And of course, I want you to be responsible and safe. All of those things can coexist. And the trouble is, you think you have time.
So it's a cute little saying, but I hope each and every one of you will take it to heart. Is that my problem, that I think I have time when I really don't? So I really hope that short, sweet sentence burrows in. It's like an earworm that gets deep in your heart, and you say to yourself, is my problem that I think I have time?
So folks, thanks so much for watching. We hope you got something out of this video. If you did, share it with your family and friends. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you tomorrow on the next quote of the day. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
For deeper dives into psychology and philosophy, check out our YouTube channel, The Examine Life Daily, and check out our Nomadic YouTube channels. Bob is at CheapRVLiving, Autumn is at Autumn and Chloe, and our editor, Robert, is at Frontier Van Life.